Welcome back to this exciting, perhaps conclusion to the finale of MongrelEyes vs. WatchtheTurd. We are 72 turns in. Welcome back to this exciting, perhaps conclusion to the finale of MongrelEyes vs. WatchtheTurd. So, MongrelEyes is Persia. WatchtheTurd as Rome. Very fun setup. It is currently Rome's turn. Rome has quite a few less cities than Persia. Looks like at the moment... okay, at the moment Rome has 6 cities. Persia has 10 cities, and there are still 2 outstanding camps. Both players are going to take a little time to get used to the game, reorient themselves to where it's going on. We have quite a lot of army buildup that hopefully we will get to see some of them meeting each other here shortly. So, Persia has this whole group up here, frontlined by a couple of axemen and a spearman, and flanked with many archers. They also have a few units up here, including a horse archer, trying to clear this Thracian camp so they can get even further ahead on their number of cities. Rome has some units down here in this southern portion of the border, trying to dissuade Persia from coming across. We've got a few warriors fortified, we've got a spearman and a few militia. But the bulk of their forces is up here in the very predictable upcoming battle zone. We have a smattering of slingers, a couple of warriors, a generous amount of spearmen, and a couple of hestatus. And there's a few more units streaming on up. So I believe their military scores are very close to each other. So we have Persia with the slight 30 lead, 1130 to 1100. That is basically nothing. Well more than that could be overcome just by correct tactics and good placement. So if these two go at each other, that's what it's going to come down to at this point. But as they oriented themselves, we can look at some of the other graphs. So science. Science is always a big deal, and currently Persia has quite a lead in science, though because it is recent, the total science output is less than 400 in Persia's favor. So it's pretty close on that. Let's see about the orders. Persia. Well, predictably, as Persia had quite a bit of extra orders. Currently 12 extra orders, and over the life of the game, almost 500 extra orders. That can get a lot done. And I suppose, let's... what else is interesting to look at? The money. Alright. Happiness about the same. Persia's culture is massive. Again, we have that spread over 10 cities to 6 cities, so not entirely surprising about that. And yeah, just getting them back used to it. We are currently looking at Rome, so let's see what kind of text we have. So we have monasticism in progress, and it was purposely targeted, and then spoked wheel. Yeah, a routing unit would definitely help you in a battle this large. Even just getting 4 kills for each chariot could be huge. A massive difference in how well this battle turns out. All right, let's head over to Persia's side. Persia's currently also researching monasticism, and they do not seem to have any other targets. Okay. Well, not entirely surprising that their researches look relatively similar. They've had about the same amount of science for a good portion of the game. And let's see, Persia currently has 3 active laws, and so does Rome. No one yet building any unique units. All right. Let's see. Okay. I have posted the game. Excellent. And now we play the waiting game. The players get ready while they start to understand how they're actually doing this. Ah, Rome is moving. Oh, look at that. Rome's scholar leader is swift, so they have the 4th movement from being Rome and the 5th from having a swift leader. This could be very interesting. I don't think they have such big armies that it's very hard to move all of them in a battle. Neither of them has enough orders to do that. I want to say it was Alcaraz recently who outlined a very good rule of thumb that you can probably move half the number of orders you have, that many units in a battle. So right now we're looking at, with the improvements, only 28 orders, so they could probably get 14 units into battle. One order per unit to move them, 1 order to attack with them. And that's once you already have a battle going, once the battle is pitched and out in the open. So they have currently 27 units, a little bit more than the 14 you could reliably activate in a battle. So really, I love the extra movement on all these units, but it's not going to come in handy that often. But when it does, it'll be really exciting. All right. Rome finished up their turn. Just some placement, some interesting spots to put them. These Hestatus in the forest. They definitely don't want to get sniped by all the archers they see up there. Having the commander one stand next to the other one, also good since they're the only 2 you've got. And Persia is up here cleaning up. Another site claimed. Is there a settler coming? What's under here? That's a worker under there. I don't see one coming. Is there one in production? There is one in production in Raga, so he'll be ready to settle that one pretty quickly. And if Persia claims this site also, we could be looking at twice as many cities. It's not impossible to win a game when someone's got twice as many cities as you, but it's not easy. I wouldn't prefer it. Wouldn't be my first choice. All right. Also just healing up some units, kind of doing some positioning. Both of these players are likely know this battle is going to come down soon. Either Persia's going to have so many cities that Rome has to attack them to get anything done, or Persia's going to have so many units they feel like they got to use them, and Rome's the only one left. So I would think sometime in the next 10 turns they'll start coming to blows. They are already at war. They could easily just snipe each other if they needed. Okay, just Fixing a couple of things in my setup there. Alright, yep. Just taking some units up there. I want to clear these guys before they can do some serious damage. They currently have just slightly more orders than Rome, but they have a lot more construction being done. So they could pull out a pretty good lead if they stopped working, which I assume they will do before they get much further in this battle. Oh, and their two Paultons making their way toward the front. With Persia also having a Zealot, they are getting one extra movement, so these units can zoom themselves up where they need to be. Any of the big units can make use of that movement to get themselves into battle faster. And Persia still has a few orders, about to hit the end of their turn. Hopefully they were done with their military. During these strict timed games, the players may do non-military related things on the other player's turn. Moving workers, starting improvements, adding things or removing things from their build queues in their cities, but they may not do anything militarily. They may not move a military unit, they may not upgrade a military unit, they may not promote a military unit. So you got to get that all done on your turn. We have a Christian disciple. Very interesting. Healing up some units. We do have a little religion spread around. So we got some of the Judaism from Persia in Rome a bit. We have the Zoroastrianism in a few cities. And we have the Roman paganism from a couple of shrines. Where is that Zoroastrian holy city? Interesting. Is my stuff not working to figure out where that's from? Holy City Augusta Treverorum. Interesting. I thought there used to be a more easily shown logo here. Maybe I got some kind of bug. If anyone out there has any commentary on how good I sound, if I have a good volume, if there's any problems here, I'd love to hear it. Otherwise, I will just keep casting this game, and if we're lucky, maybe we'll get someone to join me later on, and we can chat about this game together. I'm not sure what Rome could do with all these orders. It's got to see this boat. Does it think that's a problem? Does it want to try to hurt the boat? I'm not sure. I'd be curious to see Rome try to claim this other site and not get doubled up in cities. I feel like if Persia has the site, it's going to feel a little bit like you're being smothered. I think Rome going to go after this site would probably feel a lot better. I guess it depends on if you want to fight in open terrain or not. There's a lot of open terrain up here. But Rome does not seem interested in a 7th city. So, good for them. And they have finished their turn. Alright, so Rome will get to monasticism slightly quicker. Persia currently has quite a bit of civics. Rome, on the other hand, less, but still enough. So both of them can pick their 4th law as soon as they finish this technology. Let's see what kind of orders we've got here. Citizen defense. Free walls or some training. Okay, could go either way. This one just certainly does not look like a city that will be in need of walls, so we'll see what they choose. Aunt died in office. Cousin gets charisma. Pretty basic stuff. Alright. I'm hearing the death sounds, which is, unsurprisingly, them murdering these tribal units up here. They do have a couple of ambitions that they are about to lose out on. Because they're currently legacies, we're only looking at 5 legitimacy, but 5 legitimacy is not nothing. An opulence project, I don't even know. Oh, they do have an opulence. Okay, they will be finishing that one. 2,000 food is quite a lot at 38 a turn, so probably not going to finish that one. And 8 generals is always a very interesting ambition. Oh, they made a choice. I thought the choice would be here. Oh, yeah, they chose the training. Totally defensible. I do not think, if you're worried about walls at this city, I think you're going to end up with having had a lot of other problems before then. I think if Rome takes all of these sites from you, comes over here, takes that site from you, you're probably not worried about the walls in your city. You're probably done. Nope, just healing up. Lots of positioning. This should be... I feel like neither player really wants to go in, even though they know a fight's incoming, because they both like their position. And I don't blame them. If you can get a good position, that can make up for a lot of strength disparity. So, I'll be very curious to see. They have testudoed these two, so they really do not want them to move. For that, they get to defend information against range units. I believe for each turn, they get even more defense against range units. It is like fortify, but with a little special Roman twist for those particular units. Alright. Back over to Rome's turn, and they are so close to finishing monasticism, getting their preferred religious-based law online, and presumably starting to put down some strongholds, though they're going to need garrisons. Okay, we have a garrison here, which means we can put a stronghold in that city. That city is not just developing, though, so not that helpful. Okay. We got this city, who is 3 turns from developing. Putting some barracks next to the current garrison. That would be a great city to start building stuff in. Down here. Yes, I see. They've been planning this one for a good while. Hopefully, next turn, they bring someone over and put a stronghold right here. And they are building boats. We'll have to see what kind of boat action they'd like to do against this one bireme in the water. Alright, back to... Okay, starting with the landowner. The landowner does have a garrison. You could put a stronghold in here pretty easily, but not as many as I'd look for in Rome. We really only have 2 cities and a 3rd soon. I mean, this one is the champ seat, so yeah, I assume it'll be pumping out quite a bit. It has currently got 31 training. That can get you a status in 4 turns. That's pretty nice. Back up here to these ones. They do get another 20, so I believe they top out at 60 defense against ranged in forest. Yeah. That's nice, but really the axes are going to be the one taking it to them, so I hope they are prepared for that. Oh, they do if I go find a worker again, they do have a plan here for their ranges, their barracks, their stronghold. I don't think that is gonna... I don't think you can build that. You can build this barracks, which maybe they're gonna do right now. Except that they are moving their military. But each of these two need to have a second urban improvement next to them to get built, and all they will have is this one barracks. So something will need to go here, or here, like a shrine here, or a hamlet, in order to build those things. Some other pins we have. Yes, lots of quarries are needed. That is entirely unsurprising. Stone, you need a lot of stone in this game, and we have some farms queued up. We have some theaters queued up. We have some, oh, monasteries queued up. Yeah, inside all those groves. That'll look awfully nice. And also available with monasticism. Sneaky, sneaky boats. Yes, yes. It is always fun to see the sneaky boats. I don't think... No, he's not even going for another one, so Persia's just sending a single boat saying, "Hi, please worry about boats," and Rome's gonna worry about the boats. Interesting. We have a festival going on up here. We already have a citizen. We can't be doing this just for happiness. The growth... gets you a little closer, I guess. There's only one real specialist to build. Not sure. That one's a little surprising. Now we'll see if anyone wants to claim this remaining Thracian site. It does feel pushing yourself a little forward as Persia, but if someone's going to give you a free site, take yourself a free site. I do wonder if Rome will go for things out in the open once Persia's down here. I guess it depends on how much they bring, what they think they can do. Persia, on the other hand, though, just sitting with these Paultons, just waiting. With the extra movement, they can get all the way over here from where they're sitting, which means they can just chill, kind of out of view, out of sight, and hope that they can spring on somebody. Oh, Eagle Eyes, nice. And has Marksman available. That's gross on a Paulton. That is sick and amazing, and I love it. This one got Bloodthirsty. That's nice. You're pretty much always going to hit things that are damaged with this, so you can route. Love it. And looks like they're just kind of moving some units down here, creating themselves a little protected zone. So they use the Pillar Edict and the lake only requiring one urban next to it to start building themselves a little zone, and they got a garrison and an Odeon. Interesting. Push themselves this wheat. I'd be very curious to see how far they want to push this. What laws do they have? They have serfdom and not colonies, so they can't buy, but they can use urban to push this out quite a bit. I'd be very curious to see how they do that. Alright, any more fighting going on up here? No, not really. I wonder if they're just waiting for this settler. Both players seem to have some disciples ready to finish monasticism and boost their science just a little bit more. Alright, so Rome has finished monasticism. Do they pick a law? They certainly have plenty of civics. They certainly have this one disciple. Interesting. What he's doing, though, you need the religion in the city to build a monastery. So this disciple cannot build in any of these cities. You need to use him to spread the religion, then get another one to build the monastery. And we have a decree going. It can be very fun in your statesman's seat. So, with the number of civics they have, they can do this slightly more frequently than every 4 turns and get 6 orders. That is one way to make up an orders gap with Persia. If they can get this up to 20 civics, then they can guarantee one of these every 3 turns. Oh, what are we fighting? Just taking down a worker. Alright, so they want to try to go in here. They see this. Good thing Persia was bringing down some of its slingers, because this could be painful. Oh, bringing out their own boat that came out. Saying, I'm gonna boat you, so watch out. What's their situation look like here? Alright, so they got a couple of cautious and 1 pleased. So they can get a little bit of bonus attack from their statesman's unit, but not the other 2 currently. And this unit is currently getting, -5 for upset. Yeah, that's rough. It's one way to lose the boat wars. Okay, we still have this line here. Nothing up here is changing. I don't want the general, I want the status. Plus 60 against ranged. Holy jeez. That's so beautiful. We have the spears down here. And, well, it just looks like everyone's waiting for the battle. We'll have to see. They did, in fact, choose polytheism. Good. With the control 8 shrines. That's pretty smart. Did they take that this turn? Yes, they did. Okay. Works well. Having just gotten the law. And how will Persia respond? This worker, poor worker, murdered while he was just doing his job. Will the slingers come on over? Will this be the start of hostilities? As they go through some actions now. Oh, someone's in love with the queen. That's always nice. The humble, cruel, ruthless, inspiring magic practitioner zealot. It's quite a ruler, especially at only age 33. And we do see some response. Oh, yes. I kind of would have loved the axe to hit both of them, but you can at least pull one out. That'll do. Oh. Zoc locking him in. The spear does not get to go home. Sorry. Call that spear's mother. The spear's not coming home for Christmas. Will we bring any other units? I don't know how much is in range. I don't know if they want to show the Paultons yet. Oh. There was an axe that came over. He got to there. I think since he's trapped and you can't kill him, you don't really need to force march. Okay, smart. Just bringing a few units down. They clearly see this as a battlefield. How much do they know, though? How much do they see? They currently see that one. But there's a lot of shrouded in darkness. Might be worth this scout taking a peek in on just to jump in and jump out and see what they've got. Because if Persia put any pressure down here, I think they could cause quite a few of these prepared units to have to come down here. Or to just lose the city, and I would imagine losing your champion seat to be something Rome is not very excited about doing. What other event choices did we make? Oh, the Cohen. Great. And Temple of Solomon. Alright. Where is this religion founded? Oh, right there. Okay. And we did finish the Temple of Solomon, and that popped out another disciple right now. So next turn, they can actually build some monasteries. Get that science up. Unfortunately, they did not choose clerics, so they cannot get the double output monasteries, but I think they're doing just fine anyway. Alright, what will Rome do in response? They've lost one spearman. They've committed another spearman to die. It would not take a ton to get this guy killed, to get this other spearman out, but then those guys are stuck there, and they're probably dead. How much can you really commit? Unlike Persia's ruler, Rome's ruler is closer to the end of their life than the beginning, but is very nice. Strict delver, swift, ruthless, divine, monkey owner, miserable scholar. That's quite a lot. Got a power-hungry governor. That's always fun. Okay. Are they going to pull some off this line? Oh, monkey. Monkey owner, no longer. Great, you're power-hungry, strict, cruel governor. That can be good, and that can be bad. Alright, looks like we're giving out some promotions on these guys who are already down here. Alright, did we get bloodthirsty? We willingly gave you steadfast? Well. Oh, we just upgraded. Okay. We didn't promote. We upgraded. That's good. Those guys will be a little bit stronger. I see that they are steadfast just from being champs. They do both have promotions available, though, from this one especially, having sat on that shrine the whole time. Yes, it is always sad to see the monkey go. He can always be so helpful, but sometimes cause some pain, and if you've been lucky enough to train your monkey to be an assassin and then have it turned back around and assassinated you, you know how that feels, because I have done that in single player. It is not great. There are a few. There is a unit that came down. There are some militias. I mean, they're pulling out at Slinger. This is your champ seat, so you can get units out quickly, but I don't know, man. That is interesting. They're not really making any other moves, just kind of waiting up here. I don't really blame them, but seen some hostiles, yeah. Who would have guessed? 4 militias? I don't know, this doesn't inspire me with a lot of confidence, but Persia hasn't really been going in when they've had the ability to either, so I guess maybe both sides just kind of like this détente they've set up. That somehow involves the Thracians getting to continue to exist. Which I guess is good for the Thracians? I don't know, we'll see. I don't blame either of them, though. It's hard to know. One of the hardest parts of this game is knowing when you should attack and when you should not. They both see each other, I presume, still as similar. And they do, because they are. Alright, now we have monasticism done on Persia's side. What will they go for next? Administration. Alright. They clearly have a plan, and that plan is now machinery. I don't blame you. Love a good onager. Guess we'll have to see how well their draws go. They do have a zealot on the throne, and she's likely to be here a while, so we won't get to cycle cards like a scholar. And we don't even have a scholar on the court, though we do have quite a lot of judges. 3rd and 4th in line, cousins, are judges. The ruler's own children are not old enough for anything yet. We'll have to see when they show up. The spouse is a judge. The clergy is a judge. There's a lot of judging going on in Persia. Persia did unexpectedly, or maybe expectedly really, finish this off, but they haven't really gone any further, because that's how they've been playing it. Healed up to Byreme, though. No one's lost that unit yet. Everyone's just got a boat. We're still streaming some more units over. Got a couple of archers coming. We are counseling. Wonder if that's just a I don't know what to do yet, and or the AI picked it for me because I didn't pick something quick enough. This one is purposely repeated. That's on purpose. Do they want civics for something? Or training? They have plenty of civics and training. They're not getting very much money from this at all. Yeah, that's a good question. But they're still bringing units down here. Seems like new units that come out are going down there. And they're keeping their presence up here. That settler should have come out. Where are you? Are you on your way? Are you behind one of these? Nope. There you are. Has not moved this turn. Should be able to settle the city this turn. But, again, they can do that on their opponent's turn. If they feel like they have a lot of military things they need to do, they don't. We have a statesman city. Alright, that puts them at 11 cities. They waited quite a while to get statesmen. They went hard on the military early, but they've gotten themselves up to 3 hunters, 4 riders, and 4 statesmen. Doing some chopping, because they are at quite the deficit with all of these units. And do they even have forestry? They do not. But they are producing 8 wood in Hormirzad. Do they have some farms on marsh? There can't be marsh in this land. Interesting. They have a lumber mill. Must be from an event. That's got to be nice. Yes, you can get quite expensive if you start having archers without wood. Persia has enough orders, they could just chop some stuff, as you notice. They're not full chopping, because there's not a super abundance of woods on this map that you could just chop it all out. It's decent, but you could easily chop this all out for your archers and then have nowhere to build lumber mills once you could, and your archers haven't ended the game yet and are very expensive. Oh, they just brought that down. Ah. They just switched to vassalage. They went with polytheism also. Or I've switched and I cannot tell because they switched turns while I was doing it. Yes, they are also polytheistic. Alright, people wanting to build them shrines. Persia does have a nice array of shrines. I love the +1 ranged unit, +1 level on ranged units on build. Very handy for Persia, as their unique is ranged. Here come some militias. Hoping to hold the line. Again, neither side doing a whole lot. A little poking, a little prodding, but no real fights to speak of yet. I will say yet, because I have a feeling this is likely to turn into one. There's quite an array of archetypes on display in the line for Rome. We have this wonderful romantic builder, this horsebane commander, a 10-year-old, and a superstitious shield bearer builder to go with their current scholar. It does seem like we're doing an awful lot of arms racing without actual fighting happening here. Also some council. Is there something I do not get here? This festival. Interesting. Do you just have a lot of... I mean, 16.2 civics is not a ton. Yeah, you get a lot of growth and happiness, and sure, that happiness is adding up fast, but I don't know. That's an interesting way to spend a production of a city that's got 28 growth. They have quite a few things outlined to build, including this theater. Alright. You got some... You built a nice little thing with the hamlets in each city, so you're going to make use of them with each other. It's fine. Still uncertain what this is doing here. Well, he's taking it to the capital? I don't know. Oh, that was my thing. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing with that. It's got a lot of movement, but it's not doing a whole lot. And we just have build-up. I would really love to see Rome get this other site. I know the Thracians are annoying. I know these Peltasts can be rough to fight with. Just don't love moving these guys when they're already fully testudoed. I'm not even really trying to use that as a verb. When they're fully sat in place. But And there's a site. It's right there for you. Is Persia building any more settlers? Does it look like it would like to claim that site? It doesn't look like it. Let's stop looking at a worker so that we can stop seeing all of their pins. I mean, both of them just doing some econ work. What do we got over here? 11 workers in Rome? That's pretty decent. If they're actually going to fight stuff. Oh, we moved our scout up into that one little bit of forest that's left. Persia has 13 workers, so sure, just econ away. Although, quite a bit of ways, Persia is getting a lot more points. And you really just... I mean, if Persia just wants to sit back and win by points, you kind of put the onus on Rome to do something about it. And right now... Where's our military? Oh, Persia's taking a little bit of a lead. Still close enough, but Rome's gonna need to make a move at some point, or just watch Persia culture past them. I'm not really sure what the best option there is, but I wouldn't feel great as Rome going into either of these battles. Down here. Yeah, let's take this off so we can see a little more. Yeah, down here. Or up here. But if you just let Persia build, they're just going to win. I mean, with 11 cities, it doesn't take a ton of extra to get this going. A few wonders, get most of these cities up to strong, settle that city, and boom, you're pretty close to 50. Lots of eco work. 11 currently going on. I think we've gotten a bigger gap in order since then. Oh yeah, it's just grown since we restarted. Yeah, 22 is a big gap. Having that much more than 50% more, that's Persia. That's a fun time. You can continue to eco, and then when there's a battle, you can still have enough left to fight. And they are definitely continuing to eco. There's 13 worker units. 11 of them were doing something. There's also a disciple. 3 disciples. And let's see, one of them's just sitting there. And 2 of them are just sitting there. Well, now you're really missing out on some things to get done. Let's see if we can get these disciples to work. Build us some monasteries. Definitely got the orders. 28 idle military units. Holy cow. That is wild. I do love these pillar edicts. 2 legitimacy and 2 civics to that city. You can build 1 in each city from having built the Great Stupa. They are beautiful. They're also urban. You can build them anywhere. You can push out borders. This one looks like it was built to push out for this elephant. Don't know if this one was built for anything in particular. This one was just built to push out this way. As we noted earlier, this one was built to start building other stuff on this lake. Do we have a pillar edicts in Arminium? I don't see one. Putting a shrine out there, though. That'll bring in some silver. Oh, there's the Pillar Edict. Ah, we are moving some of these. There's a beautiful monastery. There's another beautiful monastery. There's at least someone trying to go build a beautiful monastery. And just sitting. It's not a bad place to be in this game if you're Persia. The other guy's got to make a move at some point, or watch you win. Ripped asunder. Oh. Princess becomes insane. Oof. Your heir. Romantic insane builder. Oh, man. That one's interesting. You can defend her, or you can push her aside. Oh, man, she's your heir. This is gross. Oh, you decide to ignore it, lose a little legitimacy, get her endeared, and oh my gosh. -3 wisdom? That's gross. How did we get all the other minus wisdom? Was even a philosophy student. Oh. Changed. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're head of their family, of that family? Oh my gosh, yeah, you couldn't have slighted her. That would have been bad, but oh man, this is bad too. Alright, putting a few more promotions on these guys. Looks like we got a bloodthirsty and a heckler. I wonder if it'll tell me down here what you did. It does not. Okay, bloodthirsty and heckler, and tough and brave. Alright, alright. Positioning some units over here. Have yourself on this spearman. Okay. Immune from panic. Tactician, leader, general, disarmed, grappler. Immune from grappler. Interesting. I don't know that I've ever put my leader on a boat. And we're here just continuing to wait. A little more build-up down here. Not a ton. Some chopping. Also losing wood just from units and no way to produce it yet. And not forestry available. Well, they could do it now, but they're doing spoked wheel, which I understand. For the routes. Using him to chop. Okay. Don't have any problem with that. Sometimes you gotta do it. Persia. Stonecutter, fisher, poet, council, woodcutter on the one lumber mill they have. It's probably smart. Acolyte, worker, rancher. Yeah. Persia does not plan on attacking. Or they do plan on attacking and not having any backup units. I don't blame them. Persia can pretty much sit and make Rome have to do something. So if you're ahead, why not get further ahead? No reason not to do that. They have built some ranges. Alright, nice. They did get their fourth law. Have they put out any strongholds? Not yet. There? There's one. Hormirzad is a nice stronghold city. Okay, it's got horses. That makes sense. And we have a monastery. Not sure how many other places they even have horses at. Okay, this rider city has a horse, and we're not yet to developing. So we cannot build a stronghold in it yet. We have horses here, and we have a stronghold coming online. I like that. This city has elephants and camels, which is very nice for this being a hunter city. You could probably sneak in this elephant too and get another extra half order at the cost of a little bit of rider city unhappiness. And maybe I would do that at the moment. Just kind of waiting. Persia just building. What have we got so far? 14 improvements. Yep. Might as well. What's Rome gonna do? Attack you? Which, yeah, at some point they probably should, but haven't yet. Because Rome, you might think you're doing just fine back here, which I'm not going to say they're not, but it is hard to beat Persia at the Persia game of expanding and teching behind it and econing behind it. Let's see. Okay. Plus 1 courage for the Duchess. Not bad. I mean, they see which units are here. They don't see which ones are coming. Can't feel that comfortable going into that. Probably going to be more comfortable once they get spoked wheel. Where are their horses? They do not have riders, so they will need actual horses in order to build horse units. There's a goat pasture. Okay, so this city can build horses. Camels. I assume we don't have land consolidation. Nope, because we don't have forestry. This city has horses in it that are not... What's this under here? Oh, those are horses. Okay. So... Oh, they're putting a rancher. Great. There are horses. Will they produce any chariots? Is a good question. Just some minor movements to get a slinger into the city. And make sure the slingers are behind stuff. Oh, put a zealot on that one. Nice. Your bastard daughter. But also just, okay. Interesting. We are fortifying this thing in the trees? Is this a bait for some of the Thracians? I assume it's going to attack them. They're player 1, so we won't see it till after Persia's turn. But that is very interesting. Yeah, we don't have any other movement there, but if this is a bait, I do like it. We'll see how many of them come out. This one can't currently hit it. Who is even at war with the Thracians? Oh, Rome is not even at war with them. They're using the Thracians as protection and lining up their own wall. Okay. Yep, the ambition of 2,000 food. Surprisingly, didn't get it. Okay. Teaching some of the youngins. And continuing to build improvements. What are we at? 70 science? How big a difference is this getting to be? It's getting to be a pretty big difference. And they're at 70 now, so this didn't even tick up, but you go on too much longer like this as Rome, and they're going to out-tech you in addition to outgrowing you, and that can be a very difficult place to be. Alright. 8 generals seems like quite a bit. Let's see how many. There are 2 candidates available on riders, and 1 on hunters, and 3 on statesmen. Okay. Well, that gets them to 7. I can see why they're not just hurrying to put them all on there and get that 10 legitimacy. Let's see if they're even, like, good generals. Okay. 2 heroes is, yeah, I'd take that. A zealot, I would definitely take that. Maybe not on a slinger, but on a different hunter's unit. And then we have zealot. Oh, this commander's, I guess, good if you're adjacent and to another and on a hill, but ugh. And that hero's fine, especially if we're gonna go in neutral territory, but just fine. So, they don't even have enough, and a couple of the ones they have are just fine. Alright, they're backing up, I guess, to the safety of their buildings and getting these axemen a little bit more experience. Let's see what else. They have made no desire to go after the remaining Thracian camp. They are still just econing everywhere. Worker, rancher, acolyte. Okay, they are still building an archer out of here. That's nice. They do have a little bit of experience from a master officer, so the archer's coming out with a little bit. But that's it militarily. Rome, we got spearmen coming. Ooh, free camel archer is an interesting one, but I don't think that's super important right now. There's arid in the middle, but one camel archer isn't going to be a big deal. Administration could get you toward your other laws. Sorry about that, just over here coughing. My lungs don't want to work with me. But they did start. Persia started the Ishtar Gate. That is a nice way to bump up a lot of these newer Persian cities. Pull yourself 5 or 6 points in at once between the 2 from the gate and the cities you bump. Oh, little Christian man, where are you going? We still have all of these spears. There's a lot of spears. They did go for free camel archer. Okay. Guess you don't want to pass that up, and if you're not going to tech to land consolidation anytime soon, you can't build your own. But I would love festivals. No, I wouldn't love festivals. Festivals are me questioning. They have citizens. Do they just want to keep the discontent down? This, my friends, is a bad use of this build queue. There's only 8 civics. This festival is going to do almost nothing. I suppose you can get another citizen a little sooner with it, and you can hold off discontent level 7 a little sooner. But you could also build a chariot. Well, I mean, you can't because you don't have the resources, but this is the city where chariots come from. And the resource situation in Rome is getting a little dire. This food is not great. Rome has centralization. I wonder if they forgot to swap it. Let's go back and look at Rome. If they could swap to vassalage, that would save them 25 food a turn. They're currently at -10. That's a big deal. Save them some other resources that would be nice, and training and wood, which is not noticeable. But this could really help. For 200 civics, when you have 756, this is big. And I've seen this polytheism, and I think we got one more shrine since then, so maybe they're working on it. What do we have all these workers working on? Mine, farm, barracks, stronghold, camp. Alright, so not getting any more shrines out of it yet. Over here in Persia, we have a lot of things being built. Shrine, lots of mines. Oh, wow, the mines. Are they... I guess they're desperate for some more iron, but that's some serious mines. A couple of strongholds, the Ishtar Gate, Monasteries. Beautiful, beautiful monasteries. This one's going to buff these two groves if they ever become groves. This one's going to buff that grove if it ever becomes a grove. And this one looks to just push out the borders a little bit. Persia's families are quite happy. Well, one family's quite happy, the other two are happy enough, but Judaism is propping up a bunch of that for two of the families. The other family is Christian, of which they don't love them. Okay, well, we'll have to see how that goes. Is this... Well, no, the matriarch doesn't seem to have an opinion one way or the other, but the religion has... you have magic practitioner character. Yep. You can overcome that with a little spread and a few monasteries, at least get it back to 0, but you're never going to get that high while your other one is the state religion. And we have veneration and revelation. Alright. That is super interesting. I wonder if they got those from events. I don't think I would have taken revelation yet without either having orthodoxy or temples. Well, they're going for forestry, which presumably is what they had to pick. Yes, from Spoked Weir Architecture Coinage, yeah, in order to cycle through and get back to the track they want to be on, which is, as everyone wants to be on, onagers. If they get some of those up, it'll make it very difficult for Rome to break into what they've got. Rome is going after the free camel archer, which is a very fun unit. I love camel archers. I love camel archers in the forest, or in the desert. I love camel archers on the arid. I love camel archers shooting other stuff, especially horses. The Golden Jubilee. +1 discipline. Alright. So, this camel archer it's 5 strength. It has bigger fatigue. It doesn't shoot quite as far. It starts with Nomad, which is how it gets extra attack. I believe it's 25% on... Oh, come on. From Arid Sand. And it also is Camel, which gives it plus 50% strength against horse units. So you can get a lot out of this guy against some Paultons. Just got to make sure you don't lose him before you get the chance to build some more of your own. Oh, an amphitheater. A very interesting choice. Alright, I mean, that'll definitely get you some culture and a little bit of happiness. And I guess an Elder Poet if you want, but you don't actually have... Oh, you do have 6 citizens in here. I'm curious to see if... Okay. You do have a Master Poet. A couple of Elders could make this a decent civics spot to do stuff. I suppose while you've got a... Oh, yourself. Well, that's not how it lasts very long. I was going to say, while you've got a scholar in here, you could do some inquiries when you get your civics up, but that's not going to last. Yes, stockpile ambitions are possibly something you chatted about a little bit ago that I'm just now getting to. But yes, they are tough, especially the 2000. Holding on to 2000 food frequently means you're not doing something else. Yeah, like sometimes I like to have stockpiles. I'm gonna get a key tech. I'm gonna get it and then build a bunch of units in my city. So I'm stockpiling wood because I'm gonna pump out some, I don't know, archers or something, whatever. But 2000 food is not, I'm about to pump out some stuff. I legit had to go after food and pass up on things that would have been better. And so, I mean, it doesn't hurt a ton to take it just in case you ended up with it, but it is infrequently one that I will actually achieve, especially in a game where ambition victory is not on the line. And yes, for these old world community tournament matches, we are only winning by points, time, and getting rid of the other player. And points are set to high, I believe. Yes, points to win are high. And we have time alliance enabled. I wonder if that was just a mistake, because you can't really alliance win on a 1v1. So, ambitions are there to get you the same legitimacy as they normally do, or to take away legitimacy when you fail, as they normally do. But you cannot win by ambitions. I think if that were the case, almost all these games would be everyone racing to finish ambitions, not actually fighting, which is its own kind of fun, but not quite what we're looking for. We have a scout. It seems to have gotten pushed out of the forest. So this Persian scout is getting a little intel on his opponent. Wonder if he'll move back when his 4 turns are up, or see if the forest clears up again. If I were Rome, I might either chop that forest or try to engulf it. But it would take a couple of urban improvements to do that. Persia is content to wait it out. There's a hurricane. Some of the stuff up here is... Oh, that's loud. Some of the stuff up here is starting to get underwater. Darn you, hurricane. We'll see if anything got hurt. There does not seem to be any hurt stuff. We'll see. Oh, there's a suppressed Christian dissent. That's not always fun. But we do have 14 workers. And, what, 3 disciples? Yeah, so of those 17, 10, 11 seem to currently be building something. Yeah, just building stuff up. What a fun time. Mines, more mines. Well, they've gotten that iron up to 105 a turn. So, they must need it for something. Let's go in here, I believe. Can build most other things. Oh, no, you don't have horses. The city I want with horses is here. So, I guess maybe they want to pump out some Pultons with that iron? We're back to Rome. I think we're about 10 turns into this session, if I remember the turns correctly. And we've had just a couple of skirmishes. Just kind of bring some units over here, do a little kill. on a worker. Lose those 2 units to Persia. And otherwise we've just been up here, sitting. What to do? Oh man. Nothing like having this very holy person, someone who dedicated their life to their religion, out chopping trees. He wants so much to convert a city, and he just can't. Alright, we did chop that stuff out. Nowhere for your scout to hide. Kind of production. We still have festivals. Oh, those festivals. But we do have a spearman. And a spearman. And a worker, which, I mean, 11 workers actually for these 6 cities is pretty good. What are you doing, Persian guy? I have to go back on your turn. Look, are you just chopping stuff out? Interesting. Just chopping. Persia is in need of some wood. Let's see, did they start Pelton here? They did. Okay. Putting that iron to good use. Their food is back, so they'll be able to put that to good use. And another bireme here. Oh. Curious if we're going to start trying to have water supremacy. Or if we're just trying to mess with Rome a little bit more. Maybe the first boat was a fake, but the second and third and fourth boats, whoa ho ho, look out. Alright, this worker came back from his chopping adventure. Great. Oh, are we buying? Alright, we saw some borders and we said we want to get our own up here. Are they both running colonies now? Okay, they're running colonies. Rome is still running serfdom, so they did not buy those. But Persia says, you know what, I have some money, and I'd like to push these borders to where I do not get surprised. Perhaps, possibly we'll see some forts up here. Oh. Wow. I wonder if this will spur Rome to come up and attack these 4 that are sitting here. They have so little ranged, and it's all slingers, that I don't know how well they'll be able to kill this stuff. But 4 of them sitting off by themselves can be tantalizing. Can make you feel like you could get some kills, just some free damage. And if you have enough units up there, they can't come back down with theirs. But we'll have to see in 30 seconds or so. Although, what kind of time banks do we looking at here? Okay, a few minutes. But that is a very aggressive purchasing. you moving some other stuff? Well, building. What do we got here? We got a shrine. All right. If we put a shrine, then we can put a stronghold shortly in one of those other cities. All right, Rome. You have tagged architecture, which is interesting. Will you take it? And we have moved on from Hortensia to Hortensia 2, the new. You know, your run-of-the-mill builder who's a naturalist, romantic, and insane. Oof. Down to 38 science. Oh. That insanity and losing the previous scholar is going to hurt. Probably won't show on the graph yet. Oh yeah, this still says 56. Oh, we're gonna have to check next turn. They did choose architecture, great. You wanted it, so totally reasonable to select it. But it does not seem like they want to move up there. They did chop the forest to make this all open and moved back the Hestatus. Hestatuses? I'll have to look up some pluralization later on that. And are they... Huh. Really fortifying their lines. So they're going to stay behind the city? Huh. This is definitely not aggressive. I will say that. I'd be very curious to see if Persia just pushes in at some point. Says, screw it. I could be ahead. Let's do it. The military score is starting to get bigger. They do see each other as similar still. And still see each other as competent, knowledge-wise. That's not going to stay that way for long. Stonecutter. Still a festival. Alright, alright. Seems like we're just constantly backing up as Rome. I mean, they haven't lost yet, so I can't say it's a bad strategy. But it could be. We'll see. They are continuing to add spearmen to their army. It's going to be hard to add too many more spearmen at the rate they're running out of resources, but Servant of the Divine. Ah, the religion would like to spread. And you could help that matriarch. Interesting. Now that city's bumped up, we could put a stronghold in here too. They chose to spend it. Spend the civics, get the happiness, get the Christianity spread, get the matriarch to be influenced. Oh, their princess became insane. What is happening? Why is everyone becoming insane? And we have 3 religions in this city now. That could cause some strife. Well, not currently. That's nice. Just a couple of military units. A lot of open queues for the time being. See if they select anything interesting, or if they just keep building up this economy. This economy, which is humming along nicely, other than wood. We have quite a bit of every resource coming in every turn, and we have decent stockpiles of everything. So we'll see what they want them for. And we have finished the stronghold in Hormirzad. They have Paltons available here with 50 XP because they have divine bred horses. I do like divine bred horses. And now that they have forestry, they can go to work on this wood problem and go back to rhetoric and their line to machinery. Their Paltons, they got still just chilling. I would love to see some killing here. There's so many spears, though. You can't route spears, so that can get very painful. Adding more generals, getting it closer to finishing this ambition. Oh, there's 5. Let's see, we still have 3 available on hunters. And are there... there are not any statesman units up there. I know there's one here. Oh, none available on them. Okay, well, I think they are just putting it on all the hunters. They did. They had enough. They had the orders. They had the training. They said, let's just do it. And that ambition is finished. Their scout will become visible in 2 years. Let's see if Persia remembers to move the scout. Alright, Rome. The units are still there. They bought the tiles and they sat there. And Rome doesn't feel like attacking them, and Persia doesn't feel like pulling them back. So, alrighty then. Got no problems there. We're going to keep turning these guys into spearmen. And fortifying them. And giving them upgrades or promotions, so they're hunkering down for a fight that I'll be curious when it comes. This science, oh gosh, it got bad fast. Holy cow, once that turn ticked. 82 to 38. The lead is less than 600 total science by now, but that is very much not going to matter if you are double producing science over your competitor. And I don't see Rome doing a whole lot. It's one disciple, can't build a monastery. And yeah, there's not a lot going on here that's going to bump science. I guess this stonecutter will give you half a science. Oh man, that city's really upset. Otherwise, we're just building units, preparing for a fight. I do think it's funny that both players are preparing for a fight. And nobody wants to do the fight yet. Persia can just sit back and relax. kind of do what they want at this point. And we have a Shrine of Ceres. Alright. Alright. What do we got here? Adjacent resources. Sure. I mean, we're working toward that 8 shrines. We also want to enact Divine Rule, which is not going to happen on architecture. I believe that happens on citizenship. Yep. That does not seem likely to occur in the next 19 years. Yeah, I mean, add a general. Why not? You're gonna need them. I do love that this scout is still back here. He hasn't bothered to take this tile, or chop down the trees, or do anything. He chopped over here for I do not know what reason. I guess just a desperate need of wood. But he still left a very good scout location right there, unless he's purposely leaving it so that he can show certain things to Rome. Alright, Persia. What is this Jewish disciple doing? Is he also just chopping? Because that's funny. Everyone using disciples to chop with. Well, enlightenment could get you very little. Oh, oh. What? Why did I get the battle sound? Huh. That's interesting. I thought I was definitely seeing a fight somewhere. But no. We're buying more tiles, though. Oh, this unit took a shot at the city. Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. You're on a hill. You have Sentinel. Sure. You could take a shot at a bunch of these things and do a little. But perhaps it's just to keep them from rushing, because you cannot rush. Well, this doesn't even have to... developing, so it can't rush anyway. But you can't rush out of a city unless it is full health. So frequently just doing a little bit of damage from a distance to the city to stop them from rushing units out is helpful. That might have even been a misclick too. I don't know. But I do love building this little front that you can pile on sentinel archers and such to pelt units that come out to attack your units. Do any of these archers have... No. No on that slinger. You don't even have upgrades. I'd love to see Eagle Eye and Marksman, but sometimes you just don't get lucky and get an Eagle Eye and Marksman. This Torch Archer's nice, though. Yeah, we've got generals on each of the Pultons. We got our stuff lined up. If I had to guess, this worker is going to finish and build a stronghold here or here. A fire. Oof. That is some burning forest. Never a fun time. And the Thracians are going to raid, I presume. They are raiding Persia. I guess since... I don't think a truce would change who they raid. Alright, well. There you go, Persia. Have some Thracian raiders coming to your doorstep. Rome is continuing to just power up. Ah, here's our free camel. What a fun time. Ooh. Curious how much. Can't do that much when you're not on arid or sand, but there's also no arid close enough to... Okay, that's 5 to that archer that's in cut trees. It's not bad. This is also of an upset family, so it's getting a little less attack there. But I do like having a nice camel. Camels can be very fun. I'd love to see... Can build so little. It's just running out of resources. Maybe some disciples, but you don't even have enough wood to build monasteries. Ooh. This is rough. Running out of resources. No room to do stuff. Don't feel strong enough to attack into your opponent. You kind of get trapped. Thinking if you make it out longer, make the game longer, maybe something will turn around. And I mean, sometimes it does, but it frequently doesn't. I would love to just take out a few units. I mean, you don't know what's up here, I get that, but these guys are on your side. You could put a couple things here on this side of the river. You could hit them. I mean, I guess there's so few slingers you can't do a ton. What does this guy do? 8 to that axe. 9 to that axe. And if you were there at the same time, this guy would do more. Yeah. You could really wreck some stuff. But you'd have to have enough orders, and you'd have to commit to that. Let's see one of these guys that's better off. What do you have? Oh, only 4 to that. Oh, jeez. Hitting them in their territory is rough. When they're sentinels. Oh, man. It's like Rome's just getting squeezed out of the game. Little by little. Persia's just turning up the temperature on the pot and just waiting for either Rome to boil or to come at them. I have another law available. Should be their 5th. Not urgent to get in, but epics can get you some good culture, and exploration can make for some interesting events if you send your children off exploring. But their children are about done being students, so yeah. And they chose exploration. Okay. Does help a little bit with the movement. Does let your scouts go on the water, which guess, is something you do right now. Oh, they are scouting on the water and boating. They must have killed the Roman boat. That's what the things I was hearing. Why don't the stuff down here say that? I wished it was a little bit more notable. But now, are they going to go see if there are more boats, or are they lining up to do... Oh my gosh, are you guys lining up with this Byreme coming out to do some kind of super attack Roma chain? That would be so fun. Although, at this point, they probably would see it coming. I still would love you to do it. It still sounds fun. I think they've decided there are no other boats to attack. Okay. If you anchor, you've got that far. That would mean you need to go, like, here and anchor. Okay, okay. This could get interesting. Perhaps they will just have it as a contingency. They are continuing to hit the city with this. This is funny. But moving things around, being in a little more defensive position, maybe buying another tile. How much are we at now? 137. I thought they got a little more expensive quicker, but maybe not. Those Thracians sure aren't actually going anywhere. Those Paultons still just chilling at home. Have some very nice leaders on them. Those generals are beautiful. Okay. Not much going on up there. They haven't finished moving the boats. They do have Choppy McDiscipleson doing his best. Can disciples harvest? I don't think they can. That's interesting. I've never tried to harvest with a disciple. Persia getting ahead more economically. They don't see any reason why not to yet, and Rome hasn't made them. There go the raiders. Off on their little party toward Sadarvaza. Obviously, not adept at the Persian city names. But, a Byreme coming out. They see the Byreme problem and are working on it. This festival is still going. This city is going to get very little out of that festival and have spent 7 or 8 turns of game getting very little out of that festival. Still decreeing over here. I feel pretty good about this at 21 civics. That makes it basically a way to turn your city into 2 orders a turn. If you're making good use of those orders, if you're fighting some more, or have some good things to build with your workers, that can be great. If you are not, then that's an entire build queue used for 2 orders a turn. I guess in 2 turns they do have architecture. I don't know what they'll do with it. I mean, are there... There's only 2 wonders that have been worked on. Stupa's finished a long time ago, and Ishtar's done in 6 turns. So, I'm a little surprised no one went for the pyramids, because you can build it on Arid. But it's not a super amount of arid, but there's enough. What do we have over here? Another shrine. Okay. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 shrines underway. Okay, so we'll finish that. Get 5 legitimacy, which is alright. Families don't hate them and don't love them. That's a pretty normal place to be. Rome's not really out of the ordinary in this game, I believe. Yeah, Persia, well, one Persia family is really happy, and the other are pretty normal. But we just kind of taking turns staring at each other and growling and not attacking at another festival. Alright. Future people who watch this, or anyone who's watching it currently, this is why we don't love festivals. Oh, you stopped. Okay, good. Well, I'm still going to explain it. This festival takes 5 turns, and when it is done, you will get 20 growth, which is alright, and 20 happiness, which is only 2/3 of the happiness that accrued, unhappiness that accrued in this city while it was going. It currently has 6. Oh, no, sorry, that was 6 years. It's 13. Oh, it's even worse. It's getting 13 a year. In 5 years, you are going to be at, what, 65? And then 20 of that will come back? And that whole time you didn't build 1 2/3 of a spearman? Or a different thing you could have built? What does this city have that it could build? Okay, it can't build Hastati. It can build chariots, though I think Rome is pretty low on resources. But you could build 2 chariots in the time you did a single festival. And kind of got some growth and got a little bit of your happiness back from the unhappiness before. Oh. Now, Persia's really scouting in there. Oh, and he's decided to put that way off over there. Okay. Oh, Persia. You are having a grand old time. Okay. We spread our boats out too much to actually land things, but maybe that's not our plan. Maybe our plan is to just swamp boats when they arrive and continue fortifying our lines. Getting Paltons. Oh, we have... Oh, Duke become educated or frugal. I love both of those, depending on what you're going to do with him. And military research is an alright event, but don't have the money for it, so fine. Oh, and then the betting on a horse. That's a little over a turn's worth. I might bet it's just to see. Depends on, let's see, what are you at? You're at 162 experience? Oh, 20 experience would be nice. It could get you to that next level a little bit faster. Let's see what they end up taking. Okay, we don't see any move out here. We don't see any more move out here. We continue to see this attack just to keep the city down. And we're just adding on. Yep, there's Jewish monastery. There's Jewish monastery. Oh, I would have loved to see one of those Jewish ones go here. And then when they were next to each other, the temple here could buff them both. Temples buff monasteries of the same religion. And you could have gotten the same effect of boosting 2 future groves. But they're already well ahead on science. They are a few turns from land consolidation, and we have groves here as 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it was Silka Grove? Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think just 9? Oh, there could be some on their side because of the point symmetry. Oh, yep. 10 from that honey. 11, 12, 12 groves they've got under their control. And there's 2 more that for some reason no one's taken. So, land consolidation, and then enough time building those groves, and we could see some serious science. Every one of those groves is just going to pump out 2 science. So, that's 24 science coming online in, we'll say, 7 turns. That could really push things. That could get things, now they could be cooking with gas. Or more gas, because they're already cooking. I do love this scout. Able to see just wide swaths of what Rome's got here. And Rome's scout got bumped out by that disciple doing all the chopping. So that scout will need to reacquaint itself with some woods soon, maybe here. Otherwise it might get murdered. I'm curious about these frontline archers. Maybe they just haven't thought about moving them. And as I thought, there's the stronghold when that thing finished up the shrine. And then this city can also start doing Pultons. A miner. A miner on... Is this... is that a regular mine? Oh no. Oh no, Rome. Are you that desperate? Oh, do you have a ton of these? Oh no. Rome, don't do it. Again, we don't typically put specialists. Specialists are rare and hard to get, and perhaps why they were running festival, to get more growth, to get more specialists. But putting them on a basic improvement, as you can see, it's not only 4 years of queue time, it is one of your precious citizens, and this miner is providing 1.3 training, 0.7 science, losing a 10th of an order, which is just what happens when you use a citizen, and 4.5 iron. Are you doing it for the 0.7 science or the 4.5 iron? That is not a great return for that citizen. You do also push out the borders, which could get a couple more mine spots here, but if you are desperate for iron, just plop a mine here, or here, or here is great because there's already 3 around it. If you put a mine there, you would get 6.5. You would in fact get more than you're getting from that miner that is using up a valuable citizen. So take that to heart when you're playing your games. Putting rural specialists on specialty resources can be very helpful. This camp, for example, could put a rural specialist that will give you well, he gives you half an order, but then you lose a tenth of an order because that's what happens when you use a citizen, because citizens give you a tenth of an order apiece. But half an order is pretty good. Half an order, you put it over here, and you're getting 2-ish culture and 20 gold and a luxury to put on to give to make families happy. Great. So rural specialists can be good on some of these specialty resources, especially in cities where things get doubled. And we still don't have any move out. When we get back to Persia's turn, I will show you some doubling that goes on, because hunters are one of them that can especially have a lot of fun. I hope their corresponding seat there is a hunter's, and it is. This being a hunter city would have been fantastic, but unfortunately Rome does not have hunters. Rome is still waiting. Okay, at least it's got biremes. Oh, and he rushed a bireme. Very interesting. Does he think he's gonna first attack this one and keep it pushed back? I'm very curious to see. It's a plan. I don't know if it's gonna work, but trying something is always fun. So, over here on Persia, as we were talking about this camp, as you can see, this camp currently gets 4.4 culture and 44 gold. That is because Hunters doubles the 2 and 20 that you normally get, and because the leader is currently... No, they're not. Why are you getting extra? That's a good question. Child labor, festival. There's no governor here. Is there a vizier? There's not. Huh. Well, that is interesting. But the specialist itself also gets the 4.4 and 44 and adds the luxury. And so that is just like insanely good. That's this one location with this one specialist is producing 8.8 culture and 88 gold. That's great. Otherwise, what you really want are these guys, because apprentices, so any urban specialists, first level, get you 2 science a year. They give you other stuff also, like this poet gives you culture, but 2 science a year for those specialists is really good. And then when you bump them up some, like this is a master, you can get 3 science. Not entirely important, since you're just only getting 1 more science and 1 more training, but you also did have to spend a new citizen on it. And I hear some movement. Oh, are we... Oh, we're just pushing out borders. I guess we want to buy all of this to do our fun land to water to sneak attack route. Did we back out? We did. We backed out of here. We didn't want the bireme to smash us. And we put a hero on here so they could heal in neutral territory starting next turn. Okay, so we're buying stuff. We're pushing out we're collapsing the water pathways. I guess they're preparing to buy. Oh man, did they sell stuff for that? I guess it makes sense, but I suppose you don't really need that much water if you build some roads to it, but I'll be curious to see how they decide to do all this. And we have not yet done our customary archer attack. It's archer being a friendly family, as the hunters are very friendly. While the riders are alright, and the statesmen are, what do we call this, upset. That could bring down some, but I think he has very few statesman units. looks like, oh my gosh, so many hunters units. A single statesman warrior. Yeah, okay, not too bad. Oh, did he do the attack? He did do the attack. Oh, that's funny. A lot of archers coming out. Good thing the forestry is online and we got some decent wood production. Keep these guys up. We also see decrees over here in Raga, which does not have very good civics growth, so it's also spending 4 turns to get 6 orders, which is alright. Not my favorite thing. Alright. Oh, and we have rebels. Rebels? Yes, Claudius rebels, angry with your rule of Regium Lepidi, have popped out a chariot, a thing you could build in this city and have not yet. Fortunately, I believe that requires resources that are not plentiful, and gold that is not available. And that chariot is standing on the one bad spot. This camel archer does great damage to this thing. Oh, are we boat attacking? Where did this attack occur? We killed the scout in the water. Got it. This camel archer can do insane damage to this thing because it's mounted, but it also can do even more insane damage when it's on arid, of which the one tile in the area this one's standing on is arid, so that's a sad day. Okay, well, we got rid of the scout, and we got 2 full boats to 3 almost full boats. This boat has an angry family. This boat also has an angry family. That's fun. And we got some slingers along the side here, keeping it up so that they can help out with the boats. Oh, look at this beautiful Hestatus. They got enough iron to do this, so that's a good idea. Unfortunately, they don't have any routing units, which could make a big difference in a large battle. And they still... Philosophy or engineering? Let's see. Philosophy pulls out... you don't have any forums, so no science right now. Engineering... Roads across rivers is fine. Wonder costs, I don't see Rome building wonders anytime soon, so maybe you don't need that law. Was it just for... nobody started anything from that yet, so I don't know. So many units. Good job, Scout, not dying. We still got this disciple out chopping. And we did a little bit about the chariot, but not a ton. The camel's on his way, but... We do seem to have cleared up some stuff over here with our chopping. Let's see if we get some boat-on-boat action. Oh, we do have some of the raiders showing up finally. Alright. Even more chopping happening. What event do we have? Oh. What? And it disappeared as I was looking at it. Alright. No longer a commerce student becomes a schemer. So, second in line is an educated schemer. that can help. I would be tempted to skip right over the bitter, educated, insane scholar, but you can approach that however you feel when your wonderful zealot leader dies off in hopefully a long time for you. Alright, let's clear up some of these raiders. Interesting. Why not? So, axes can hit more than one thing. If the axe was standing here and attack this one would get hit for a little bit. And the spears can hit more than one thing. If this spear was standing here, he'd attack this, and he'd do some percentage of the damage back to this one. I believe it is 25. It is 25%. Seems like a very inefficient way to kill all these things. If anyone else is watching, try to remember the axes hit both sides of the things you're attacking. So, if you're attacking this spot, it will also slice to this one, and this one, I believe they call it cleave. And spears pierce to 25% to the unit behind the one you're attacking. So, line your stuff up. We're doing more attacks. We're healing that bow. I don't feel like this is very good at showing me the other attacks that are happening. Let's see. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. You lost a scout. You killed and you killed. Yeah, this is... Oh, we still have this one attacking. And we still have the Paltons just chilling. And we still have all these guys chilling. And we got the boats coming up. So... can these boats... They can't hit more than one of these boats. Can't hit either of these boats more than 2 times, and 2 is not enough to kill. And we are not building more Roman boats, so we kind of got a boat stalemate for the time being. And Persia's continuing to use their impressive order count on improvements, just making everything a little bit better. You are also festivaling. I see. This is the Festival 3, and they would really love another citizen, which they'll get on their own in 4 turns, so either way. I don't love it, but at least if you're using it to get another citizen, you can put into something. And where can they put that citizen? Maybe on this... one of these 2 to get another order? What else are they building? More officers are great. Monks are excellent. This monk is going to provide 2 science and 4 culture and help the Judaism opinion. Monks are a good time. Alright, one more turn for administration for Rome. Let's see how they take care of this rebel. This guy should be able to stand here and do 9. As you can see, yes, good job. It's actually the same amount as if it stood other places and got closer. So if you could get this guy to have Eagle Eye, you could do even more damage from this one location. And the Slinger's moving away, and I assume one of those guys can do the rest. They sure can. See ya, Rebel. These boats are currently protected, and unless some ground units come, so I don't see these going anywhere. There are only 2 available locations that you can attack the boats from with your own boats. So it's a very safe little spot. And this is quite a line. I don't dislike it, but these units are all just waiting for Axemen to murder them. This Axeman can go here and do 4. Oh, 4's not actually that much. This guy's on a pretty good spot. What's this guy got? Warden and Amphibious. Yeah, what do you have? Combat 1. Alright. So 5 plus... I guess it would probably be somewhere like 2 to each of the units on the side. It's not bad. And then you go here. You could probably focus down a militia and do a little bit of damage to other stuff, but yeah, I don't love this way of setting up the units. It kind of invites the axes to come in. I would rather these guys be up a little bit to make it more like make a line right here. So move this guy up to here. I know this guy's in a forest, so I get it, but up to here. Him up to here. Then you don't get any axes hitting 3 units. You don't have any of these divots where an axe can sit and hit 3 units. I am curious what Rome is doing. I don't see much else activity-wise going on. Maybe they're just thinking, which totally reasonable. This game requires quite a bit of thought. I do love seeing the status. I would love to see a chariot. I think routing units on either side would be great. We have 2 Paultons and a horse archer. Is that literally everything we have that can route? Can horse archers route? Horse archers don't route? I guess, I thought since they were horse they did, but maybe there's... I thought there was a special symbol that showed for route. Can I look at you? I can't look at you because I'm not on the right player. And you're currently in the fog of that player. Zealot, ranged, vision, horse... Route. That's what I thought. There's a little thing here. Okay, so maybe horse archers can't route. So we have 2 routable units on the field. Oh, here's another Paulton, so we have 3. And did another one come out here? Okay. We have 4. I would really love Persia poking in and seeing what they can do. They can't do anything with this boat action yet. What does the science look like for each of these 2? Wow, it has gotten bad. 97 to 40. Got almost a 700 lead, which really isn't that many techs, but this is an improvement down here, and this is going to shoot to the moon as we start putting down these groves, which I hope... Are there any of them going down currently? No, there are not. Okay, let's see some of those get down. Yeah, just discovered land consolidation this turn, so let's see some groves get down. Okay. We've decided the Thracians don't deserve to be in this game anymore. Which is a reasonable assumption. We can just take them down, get them out of here. get ourselves one more city. And, oh, they're a little late, though. I believe the Ishtar is 2 turns away. Oh, it's right there, yeah. And I don't think there's... Oh, there is a settler. Oh, it's right there. Oh, can they clear this? How quickly can they clear this? Can they clear it next turn? That will be interesting. Oh god, that's a gross 3 and 2. Yeah, if you want to clear this next turn and get some extra from the Ishtar, you are going to need more than this. We've got 3 more archers back there that you used to kill this thing off. Maybe? And these archers are probably only going to do 2 also, and that's from a distance, because they got to stand back. Yeah. Okay, 2, 4, 6. We basically need like 10 units here. If everything's going to do 2. Well, that does 3. I guess that could go over there and do 1. Yeah. Oh, the Pultons are coming. Okay. What can this Pulton do? Still only 3 from that one. And 3 from that one. Oh, jeez. Does this Pulton have extra range for some reason? It looked like when I was putting it around. Okay. Yeah, that's gross. And there's nowhere the Pultons can stand on a mountain. That's 2 away to get it. Ooh, yikes. Okay, we'll have to see next turn if they can get that up before Ishtar comes out. Grab themselves another developing city. Should be very interesting. Oh, gosh. Yeah, and they moved. Oh, they moved to take one of the spots away, but I suppose you could go... Oh, you can't go around. Oh, no. Oh, the lake. The lake made its only one thing. You gotta murder this to get another spot open. Oh, man. Okay, well, at least you could go here. You might do 2 to that thing. Oh, man. Rough. Okay, we're going for sovereignty. That's nice. You can get decreasing capital. Oh, constitution. I would be very curious to see how many urbans they have right now. Oh my gosh, constitution is going to pump this up even faster. Oh boy. And then if they can get a 7th law. Okay, they're still on their way to machinery. I guess they probably don't even need a 7th law. If they could just get out the onagers. Interesting. Okay. Pulton. A monk. An archer. Yeah, just... Might as well just keep it up. Get some lines going and make Rome do something about it. This is the sickest feeling, too. If you're Rome, and you feel like I'm trapped in, and I can't push out, and I probably could defend, but how long? How many more units can I muster up here in order to keep the defense going even longer? And will it matter if my team is... if my side isn't getting enough points? Like, if I hold off, if you're Rome here and you hold off Persia for another 15 turns, either by not having war, or not having outright war, or having your units in a good spot, do you feel good 15 turns from now? Do you feel like you've turned a corner, or will have something that will make a difference? And I don't think they will. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not... If anyone watched my stream yesterday where Scientific basically did this to me, I definitely am not the perfect player, or even close. But I would feel like, what could I do to make it worth it? To make holding off the larger, more technologically advanced opponent matter once it was done. And let's see, have they targeted? They've got forestry. Forestry was their target. All right. I mean, that will help you get some wood, but I don't think it's going to do anything to the tide of battle here. Oh. And they did not do a whole lot with their turn. At least militarily. That was fast. Alright, let's see. This is the interesting part. Can they clear this and put a city down in time for Ishtar to help them out next time? Oh, they use that one spot available to only do a single damage? Oh no! This is gonna be rough. What? I guess that's a horse archer, so sure. Okay, one of the Paultons can kill this and route into it. And then maybe you've got 6 damage down, so you're still looking for 14 more? Yeah, 14 more damage is insane. You need to bring over 7 archers. There's 1. There's 3 more up here. And you would need maybe these 2. Like, you could do it. It's not impossible, but let's see if it happens. Let's see if there's no misclicks where they accidentally attack the other one. That could get annoying. I suppose if you had enough orders, that Paulton could come around the bottom? Can they? Oh, nope, you'd have to force march it to come around the back. Wow. That's crazy. Oh, well, you could murder this thing. Or try to murder this thing. That could clear up some space. How much does this Paulton have to do to it in order to route? Oh, that's a lot of damage. Just to be able to get 3 on it? Oof. Well, let's see if Persia can pull it off. It's definitely interesting. What kind of events do you have over here? City of Delights. Oh, no longer stressed. Oh, botched is not a great choice. Sadly. What have we already chosen? Oh, we got 110 science. That takes a turn off. Alright. Moving up. Buying some stuff here. Interesting. We're already at 30 points to 11. Which is not a good feeling. And let's see. Rome is similar but naive. Not surprising. And it looks like, I mean, unless you use some time bank, we're just not going to clear it this turn. Alright, so no extra Ishtar for this new city. A little sad, but totally reasonable. Persia does not have to push things here. Rome has so many units. And oh, the orders are getting rougher and rougher. Here's the science production. Unsurprisingly, we're going to start getting in triple current production territory. And military, yeah, not great. And orders, ooh, 20 more, like 50% more orders is not the way you want to fight these things. Rome is on defense, so it's not as bad, but that's not how you draw it up. I can say that much. Alright, Rome sees the Thracian city getting taken. He's got a good idea that there are Paultons out here, and that they've got general. At least this one has a general on it. Oh no, you can see this one too. Yep. Rome, I think you're gonna have to try. This is not looking great, and we've got a nice little water battle going on down there. Persia's like, maybe a little bit, maybe not. I do love this little thing, it's funny. Alright, what did we... we healed him back up, yep, just keep moving back. They can't... This little area's not enough to attack from. Okay. We got more status? Please, please, oh please tell me you have. That's so rough. A little bit of routing would go a long way. Yep, they're building stuff over here. Alright, we got the shrine. They want a range there. There is a barracks there. They're putting a barracks there. After that, you could probably put a stronghold there, as they are planning. Yes, I like that. They've got a nice defensive setup in Rome. I just be curious if it ends up being enough. Rome is continuing to be squeezed. And we're about to bump... oh, probably only 3 points from this, unless some of the developings go up. I don't think... Nah, okay. So just 3 points from this Ishtar. Well, actually, one was going to happen already. Yeah. So, but 33 to 12, not great. Alright, Persia also has Tyranny or Constitution available now. We could get 18.2 more science and really triple. Free Chariot and Civics boost, not necessary. I guess from what's just available to me, maybe just take Doctrine for the 7th law. Let's see. Our Paultons are currently being produced here. And I think... yeah, where are our strong cities? Parsa does not have horses. Who else is strong? Gordium, Prophthasia. Yep, you also don't have horses. You also don't have horses. Well, I guess 7 laws isn't that big a deal right now, because pretty far from being able to get it. So 16 years here and 23 here? Yeah. Oh, civics boost. I wonder if they're just going to rush. If they're going to hold those, cycle through it really fast, because that should allow... Okay. 2/3-ish shot that they draw machinery after this, and they'll have a bunch of civics to rush out some onagers. That could be interesting. Okay, we did get the other city down. A little late for that extra point now, but unnecessary at this point. Oh, and we have the Oracle being built. Excellent. Oh, I love this grove. Oh, more groves. Oh, yeah. Get that science. Get them groves going. Yep. Oh, this is going to get gross in just not that many turns. There's going to be so much science in Persia. I see 3 more groves here. Oh my gosh, and those have... What is this one getting boosted? Oh, they're also a cultivator. Oh my gosh. 4.2 science from this one grove is disgusting. Yeah, there's basically a little over 10 science in these 3 groves. And that is just going to make this worse. They really are going to be tripled very shortly. And then onagers are going to come out, and this group of guys is not going to love when onagers set up on these 2 hills. Oh man, get them out in your hunter city, and they can have sentinel onagers on these 2 hills that are flanked and protected. Oh my god. That could be so gross. Oh, and we have a new leader. Interesting. When did the other leader die? Oh. Interesting. Queen Hortensia II. How old was she? $59. Okay. And insane. That's definitely something. Well, I appreciate the viewers who are here watching this live, and also any viewers watching this later. Hope this has been an entertaining 3rd installment of the MongrelEyes Watch the Turd battle of the first round of the 2026 Old World Community Tournament. Persia currently has quite the lead in most ways, really. Science is going all their way. Military is them slightly ahead. Orders is a Persia-like lead of 20. And really, we're just waiting to see when the blows will come. Each of them setting up defensive lines, inching their borders together, trying to find some place that they can poke and prod and get some useful stuff going. Oh, and we're thinking about boats. This boat cannot move out here and kill, so if it moves out there, it's waiting. Although, can this slinger... Oh, try to get a slinger in the only spot that can attack. Oh, it's rough not having comp bow. Yeah. So, if this boat goes out here to get that attack on, these 3 boats could all go right there and kill it. And even though this boat will probably die thereafter, then you're on a 2 versus 1 boat situation, and that, not good. A 2 versus 1 boat situation becomes a 2 versus 0 boat situation very quickly. Alright, we have a new ambassador that really likes the new leader, so that's good. We're continuing to get some of these guys defensively placed, put on new generals as presumably some of these generals die off. Put Bloodthirsty on this slinger. Cool. Can't argue with that. I do wonder how long these players plan on going today, because I'd love to stick with this till we get to the end, but neither of them seems to want to make the end quick. I don't blame them. Don't love just giving up on a game when you think you got a shot at it. Definitely play it out when you think you can have some victory. But Rome is in a position that I would not envy at this point, trying to pull some magic out. They are getting some warm baths, though. Definitely a play for the long game. And there is the beautiful machinery that I believe Persia will use to end this game. We should be able to pump onagers there. They've chosen it. A very good choice. We should be able to use these civics to pump some onagers in really any city we want, except for this new one. But a hunter city seems like it'd be the best, as it will then have Sentinel. And now we're at a 4 boats to 2 advantage, which these boats are staying alive by not being able to be attacked enough. Yeah, but there's not a lot he can do next turn. He could heal that boat next turn, but past that, there's not a ton that he could do to prevent anything bad from happening there. So, I think the boat wars are about to culminate. Hopefully the land wars too. Persia should heal up some of this stuff, but otherwise start moving things forward. Let's get in position, boys. 2 max level units, 1 melee and 1 ranged. Interesting. Wonder if they could just force train. Let's see, do we have... No, we don't want to look at you. Oh. Yeah. Just promote this guy. Get that ambition out of the way here. That is also beautiful. Eagle Eye, Marksman, Highlander, Sentinel. Put that thing on a mountain or on a hill in your territory. If you could give it Ranger or Heckler also, oh man, you could just, it's basically a sniper at that point. You know, do that, upgrade it to Archer, and then it's just it's a sniper. Its entire job is to just pick things off from its perch. And that would be beautiful. Well, we see more tile buying, which is totally reasonable in order to push those borders up, especially when you are a Sentinel nation. You definitely want borders for as many of your ranged units as you can. Sentinel is a hunters only provided promotion, and it goes on every ranged unit, and they get plus 20 strength when in your own nation's territory. If you are also in the territory of your own family, you can get even more. Let's see if this guy will show. Yeah, well, no, that's showing from pleased family. I wonder if it actually... I don't remember if it shows unless you are physically fighting in your territory, but I believe you get additional for fighting in your family's territory. Oh, and this guy's come up here. This is the possible sniper. And there we have up to an archer. Yes. We are prepping. We've been prepping for the whole 20 turns we've seen this stream, but we are getting some action on. Yes. Upgrade. Push forward. Move the borders. Attack the boats. Do all the things. Princess Shirin the Educated died? Was that the one we were gonna pass up? I think it was. Oh, but she died during birth. And now your granddaughter's, instead of this educated schemer duke, that could have been nice to have. Alright, well. If the game lasts long enough that Roxana the Resourceful dies, we can deal with the fallout. But I do think Persia's on the precipice here. Just squeezing like a snake. A little bit tighter, and a little bit tighter, and a little bit more science, and a lot more science, actually. Okay, after we process this turn, we should be able to see just how bad it is. Oh, they got up to 51. So the science is now 129 to 51. That's not too bad. Still not great. Yeah, take the boat all the way back there to hide, but now this boat can get double hit. And there's not a whole lot they can do about it, though. They can slinger and camel archer this thing. Oh. Okay, okay. I like it. There's more coming, but that's good stuff. Gotta keep doing good stuff. Every little good stuff thing you do as Rome here loosens that grip a little bit that Persia has on this game. Oh, a Hastatus. Nice. And pulling out another Byreme. That could be interesting. Elder Poet. Well, you only have 3 citizens in there right now. So that's some. You already have, let's see, a master. Okay. I mean, that's 16.2 is not bad, but we have the Elder Poet, a farmer, 2 farmers, basic farmers. Oof. Yeah, pretty desperate for food, it looks like. And what do we got in the middle of that? We have a granary. I love it. And we've got more units coming to the southern scuffle. Do we pull those off the line up here? It looks like we didn't. Those maybe were recently produced units. So not too bad. There's also a child over here. Oh, and Cohen Calpurnia. Right. Oh, those 30 orders go fast. It can be rough trying to keep track of everything when you have less orders. Very painful. Alright, Persia. Oh, so close to getting machinery in. Oh my gosh. Like literally 3 science or so from being able to just pop it a turn sooner. Up your science, what do you got here? Yeah, not that big a deal. Oh. Could put a rising star as the Grand Vizier? 6 wisdom. Oh, that's interesting. Every city that doesn't already have someone could get 50% more science. Yeah, you could get some good science out of that. And they did. To boost up to 197. Oh my gosh. That is wild. What a great time to get that Grand Vizier on the throne. One less turn on machinery. Everything's coming up Persia. This is such a good chain of events for them. And they have so many orders. And that's with 15 improvements happening. This is wild. $70 to 36. We're at double orders basically. We're at more than 900. It's almost a 50% increase in things done this game over Rome. And yeah, heal up all the things here. You're going to need them very shortly. Yep, bringing units out. Getting everybody ready. It all makes sense. I think it's going to come crashing down on Rome in not that many turns, sadly for Rome. We see counseling happening. Likely just to get as much civics as we can, so that next turn we can rush some amount of onagers. Let's see. Probably want to rush him in Parsa, in Prophasia. Where's our other? And maybe in Gordium, although they seem to still be working on that festival for some reason. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you just want to do one in Comus, so it's here already. That makes sense. Let's just bust it up. Let's see. We do have quite the nice water route here, along with these, so you could get all the way over to here. And then just start moving on the roads. Not bad. Still 20 orders of things to do. Oh, Persia. You have so many orders. And we haven't done anything with the boats. We could bring someone back up here. We could hit this boat twice, but then that boat probably dies again that you bring up. And if that boat dies again, and then this pops, and you're at 2 and 2, and 1 healing here, then Rome actually does have a boat advantage. And you're not building more, so I don't know. Maybe just back up and keep your 3 boats together. Let's see if Persia's doing anything else interesting with their workers. Grove, 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 grove. Oh my gosh, so many groves. And those groves are even getting better. Because of the extra 50% from the Vizier. Oh, and we put another monastery there. This city has a governor, so it's not getting better here. And this city has a governor. But like, this city does not have a governor. Interesting. I would have thought it would show you the additional science. Maybe only once it's applied to the city amount, but... And we're putting a Jewish monastery next to that one. We have a grove here and a grove here, and someone can put a monastery there. Oh, it's so beautiful. Rome feeling the squeeze. And they took a couple of shots at this guy. Oh, they didn't give this one Heckler before they boosted it up. That's really too bad. You could have really done something to him. In fact, this one could attack even from here. Oh my god, that is such a sniper. That's wild. Alright. Let's just see what you got, Rome. Oh yeah. Shoot the boats that's there, sure. Hit the boat. I probably can't kill it. And again, we can't move out. Otherwise, we lose one. So, this boat's going to almost certainly have to back up on Persia's turn. And we just kind of have our standard setup we've had from most of this session. Rome just trying to hold the line. Oh, Persia, you bought all this stuff. It is too bad that this city didn't come out a turn sooner and you could rush in it, because just getting out a single onager from this city and just like putting it in one of these spots, yeah, Rome knows what's happening. Do you just... Oh, just murder right there? Okay. One axe down. These guys are dead, though. I mean, it's going to take a lot of work. They're strong units. But I think Persia could just take a bunch of it out next turn. Well, that's certainly a choice with the slinger. I guess you're protecting it, so that's one thing. But you're also not doing much damage with it. And not focused on anything that's going to die. And there's just not a lot of orders left for Rome. This family situation looks pretty good. I'd love a little more on the champs, since I assume most of the units are champs. Man, they are really not happy. So much discontent in their cities. The religion, even doing its hardest work, cannot bring it up. But there's not a whole lot else you can do. Wow. Wow. Okay. Just leaving that poor guy there to die. Oh, and spending some of your training to bring others? Well, I'm not entirely sure how this will go down, but here we are watching it. You and me, and anyone who comes later, will see the results of what I hope is an epic Persian-Roman battle around the city of Moesia, and perhaps Ovalava? A trapper. I did say those were helpful. I don't know if right now is B when I was doing that. I don't suppose you have... yeah, enough for much of anything. Yeah. Maybe even walls, but those are still gonna go down too fast. Oh my. 234 science. Most things in 1 turn that are available. Coinage in 2 turns. Oh yes, phalanx. Why not? Let's see if we rush out any onagers. There's one going in this city. Maybe you don't even care about rushing. Maybe it's not that big a deal. Oh my gosh. And this one starts with Splash, Sentinel, and +1 level because of the shrine. That is so gross. I love it. And it looks like that's the only one so far. So we're not rushing this. Still, not in any hurry to end the fun. I am surprised Rome did not even heal the Spearman. Guess it thought in Scrub with Zealot was good enough. But I think we just kill him. Yes. And here's what's going to go down. Let's see how this battle turns out. I also love the Roman scout who lost his spot just sitting in the middle of this battle, still hidden. It's very humorous to me. Oh, and we're gonna go after this slinger in the forest. Let's see. This Paulton can't actually do a ton to these guys, so he can do a lot to those spears, but these Hestatus are insanely good. Bloodthirsty, Heckler, Fierce. It's pretty good stuff. Let's see about this spear coming like here. Oh geez, that's no damage. Those Hestatus are so strong. And they've both got commanders, and they're both next to each other. This one is tough and brave and fierce. Oh gosh. That's just so gross. Rome doing its absolute best to make it a slog to take their cities. Just making it painful. 2 damage. 2 damage. Oh. I am actually going to go take a very short break, but I will leave my screen right here on this particular battle, since I assume this is what we'll be fighting over for a bit. So I'll be back in a few minutes. I have returned. And I see that those Hastati are no longer there. Did both of them die? No, one got away and healed up. A spearman and one Hestatus died. Okay. The first casualties, I think, as he's backing off from this city, he's willing to give up Modicia, which is totally reasonable. As holding it sounds like it should be difficult. And yeah, he's backing up, getting things together at other cities. Rushing walls. Wow. That certainly will help. I'm not sure how much longer those walls will hold, but definitely hold longer than without walls. Ooh, and trying to take it to these archers up here. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, just not enough. You got to get someone up there and finish the job. There you go. That's a beautiful thing. Again, the orders are... Oh my gosh. It's so crazy. The military score is still close enough. But this is disgusting. Oh my gosh. Put in that one vizier and holy cow, we're looking at almost quadruple science production. Oh my gosh. I mean, at this point, maybe we just go for hydraulics. Oh, maybe rethinking. Oh, goods boost. Interesting. I wonder if they've picked something else they want to go for, and goods boost helps them switch out of it quicker. No. Perhaps they would really just love 400 of each of those things. All 400 would be pretty big. All right. So we got some fighting over here. Yep, I assume we'll keep trying to eliminate a few things here. Nice. Did we rush that onager? No. Okay. Okay, do we want to kill some more things here, or do we want to go over here? Don't know if we go after the city now. Maybe you could get it before the walls come up. That's super interesting. Oh, I think they could. Oh yeah, definitely could get it if they got enough orders and they want to just surround the thing. Yeah. Oh, that's painful. Even if they don't, though, 10 more hit points is not going to change things. Come next turn, that city is a goner. A chariot! Ah, a chariot. My kingdom for something that will rout. I don't know that we're going to do a whole lot over on this side, though. There's still 45 orders. It's an insane amount of orders. Okay, there's jostling. Okay, we're doing it. I can't imagine we're doing just a little, since he already rushed the just a little hit so that he doesn't rush doesn't work. Yeah, you don't put your stuff next to the city unless you're going for it. Oh. Huh. Maybe just scared of losing a Paulton? Because, yeah, he's definitely going for it. Oh, man, that Axeman is wildly strong. What about this one? Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's so good. Well, goodbye, Modicea. I hope you enjoy your time with Persia, which will be happening in, what, 3 turns? I don't remember how long the cities take. I know it's longer based on the culture's status. Oh my gosh. How do you even feel like you still have a chance as Rome? If someone can just come in and take your city before you can rush the walls out. The worker sitting in it. Boo. Can you finish? Oh my gosh. Do we need more archers? Okay, we have them. There we go. Oh, not quite. Bring in another one. There we go. Nice. 4 years. Maybe it's 3 base. And +1 for every level that it currently is when you take it. Although when you take an opponent's city, it will go back down to weak. And you will need to build it back up culturally. Oh, that is a city gone. And we are now at 12-5, soon to be 13-5 on cities. That is rough. Are we doing some more attacking up there? Or are we doing some down here? Oh, not down there. Okay, we're doing some healing. We're getting about to the end. We're sitting on a... Ooh, not that big a time bank. Oh, we are doing our sniper attacks from back here. Ah, Rome says already, about time, I think, to concede. Yep. Alright, let's wait for the actual concession, and then I will see if either of them would like to chat. I'll throw a few units at you. Oh. Yes. Both of them a little hesitant to get the action going, but still very exciting. They both built up. Persia finally unleashed, and Rome came to the conclusion that was not going to be great. Doing a little attack first, though. See what they can kill. Always feels nice to get some kills. Oh, and the chariot comes in for the rout. What a beautiful rout. Let's see if you can kill some more. How many orders you got left? Oh. Can the chariot... Oh, nice. Can that slinger go down? What's left? Take that spear up there. Oh, the other has stabbed. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, nope, just wreck that thing. Clear up a spot. What about the U? 8. 8. Oh, you need another range. Oh, yep. Okay. We are approaching the very end of this game. It looks like Rome is just getting in a few last attacks before they concede. Seeing what they can kill off, might as well. When you've got a good route chain going, might as well keep it going. Out of orders. I think we're here. All right. Rome wants to continue fighting, I suppose. And I can't blame them. That's their right. I fought my game hard to the bitter end and only gave up when it was absolutely clear I was done for, so I don't mind. There's so many units over here that could just come be part of this. Paulton, War Elephant, Onager, War Elephant, Axeman, Paulton, Axeman. That is insane. Axeman, Onager, Worker. 12 cities and 11 of them are producing military units. That's how you do a war. Let's see what kind of route chain you could get with some of these Paultons. What can this one do? Oh my gosh, 10. That's gross. Yeah. Then you can just route through some of these slingers. This guy's got to just wreck slingers. Well, I did not see the beginning of the game, Rome, but I do like your build up here. It was very strong. Just kind of couldn't withstand the ever-growing Persian horde. And we'll see how much Persia kills before Rome officially ends it. Oh, it's going to be a lot. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's going to go toward the Hastatus. Yeah, might as well get him while he's by himself, picked off. This thing does so little damage. Dang, that guy's strong. Holy cow. Oh, well, at least flanking. Jesus. That's so freaking strong. Let's see what our units situation is. Looks like 32 units for Persia. And, oh, actually 29 units for Rome. Not that bad. Persian units are a bit more powerful. Persia does have route capability, which is very helpful in this murdering. Yes, the players are talking about their current tech levels, and Rome is finding out just how far behind he was technologically. Let's see the science production at the end here. 245 to 54. Holy jeez. That's rough. That is rough. All right, think we've been talking through it, and hopefully Rome is ready to concede, as I think this match is just about ending, although he wants to keep fighting some more, so don't totally blame him. That's his right. I personally don't mind watching all my units die, as long as I can get something out of it, but I might be ready if I was in his spot. Oh man, that Paulton. Poor Paulton. Oh my gosh, they did enough where they have to do a second hit. That's so annoying. Dead bodies strewn across the wasteland. The Garumna River bloodied from this epic battle. The city still being taken, in the process of being captured. What else can Rome do? Well, they got a lot of spears. Spears murder horses. So, they can certainly murder horses. Spears also stop routes. So, it's going to be hard to kill all these things. Let's see, Rome lost 3 on its turn and has killed 2. So, not bad. There's a lot of archers. Oof. Gosh, that Hestatus is so strong. Is there anyone left to kill that thing off? There is, but he doesn't have enough orders. Oh no. Oh no, that's so sad. Rome wants to fight. They built an army. They want to fight it. I don't blame them. It's a fun time. Figuring out the math, the puzzle of the perfect tactical moves is exciting. But I think... Oh... I think they're about to be fully exposed here. Alright, Persia lost 2 units. And they gained 2 more this turn. Well, that's hard to make a difference when your opponent produces as many units in a turn as you kill in a turn. Especially when you are not getting those in return. And Rome has surrendered. We are through. Alright. Okay. I let them know that I can hang out and chat about the game if either of them are interested. Hello, WatchtheTurd. I cannot hear anything you are saying if you are talking.
Oh.
Hello, MongrelEyes.
Hey, what's happening?
Not much. WatchtheTurd is in here, but I have not heard them
Hello?
yet. Oh, there you are. Excellent.
Oh,
So, how do you two
Oh, I wonder if...
feel
that
about
was
that?
that was a slog, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was because basically after you got forward settled me, I spent the time I would usually spend building science and things like that, just churning out flipping warriors and slingers, and I had to spend the rest of the game trying to get back to some semblance of science. It was took a long time.
Yeah, it was the science disparity at the end there was it was large.
But I mean, for most of the game, we showed as similar, right? That was the thing. For most of the game, at least when I looked, it showed as similar and competent. It was only towards the end when I kind of finally was able to get all that stuff online.
Yeah. Yeah, it was I think that vizier that you got offered, I think
Yeah,
that was the grossest part. You were already ahead and that added like 50 or 60 science a turn to your stuff. I was like, that's just absurd.
yeah. It did, but he also kind of then blocked me from, because my whole plan was I got machinery and I was gonna like uh, zealot rush a couple onagers on the front line, and then I looked and I was like, oh, Grand Vizier.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good game though. You know, that was like I was nervous there a couple times, Turd, like especially when you forward settled because I just didn't have it, and you had that champion city just printing units, so that was stressful.
Hopefully my am I echoing or
Oh no, you sound
staticky
great.
or anything?
You sound
It's
good.
good. Okay. Sorry, I had to fix something. Yeah, good job, Mongrel. Dadgum. um,
That was fun.
I got into about halfway in the conversation. Yeah, the western part that I didn't fully finish out one. Like I didn't fully go west like I needed to, but I think you already settled. So it took so many orders, and then backtracking on that, and my economy was just not like my economy didn't get fixed until probably 15, 20 turns ago, where it's starting to go up.
Oh,
It was
damn.
still rough. Like it's
Yeah.
just now starting to feel like what it should be at like turn 40 or 50.
Yeah,
I
that
was
situation was just super. Like, it was interesting because it was just super disruptive, like to both of us, and in a
yeah.
way that was cool because I think it forced us both to just play very different games than we were expecting.
It works. The fact that there's no river and there's a ton of scrub. There's like one open spot. I wasted so much orders doing that. But yeah, that was fun to like kind of punch it
Yeah,
out there early, and then we just went to stalemate for like ever. Didn't do anything.
that like strip between the east and the west was just like the worst terrain, right? It was just hills and scrub and arid and like nothing good.
Yeah. Yeah, good job. You as soon as you won the fight in the west, I'm pretty sure you started moving north because you started taking out the tribes up there even before I could really like feel secure enough down on the southwest in case you decided to push. So I had to get a couple units, and then go north, and I was going to start trying to clear the tribe sites, but you're already there. And I was like, well. And also, as soon as that happened, not too long after, I had the slave revolt thing occur, because I think I pushed it to the point where if you kept on going, you might have gotten... I can't remember if it's that event or not, but it's possible that you lose leadership, I think, and the slave king reigns, or I don't know, something.
Ouch.
You keep on pushing it so far, and then it might resolve, but it may also just like get really, really bad. So I was dealing with that, but yeah.
Yeah, you talked about during that fight at the end, his sneaky chariot. He actually had chariot ability like many turns before that, and his economy was just so bad he couldn't build them. It was so rough to watch as an observer, because I was like, oh my god, just like 2 chariots to be able to route would make this upcoming battle so much better, and he just had no resources. It was so painful.
Yeah.
I figured with 6 cities, and the cities I could see didn't look like they had a ton of stuff, right? That's why I even did that, like, that I just kept suiciding my boats, honestly, because I forgot about them. But that was primarily to see what those lands were looking at, and that's why I did that scout run. I was just trying to see how much your economy was set up there. Well,
it was non-existent because I had my workers all. It was all in disarray. It's one of the sloppier games I think I've ever played, and it's partially just because of how bad the early game going out west here was. That was rough.
Yeah. It made, like I said, though, it made for an interesting game, because despite all of that stuff, right? Despite all those challenges, every time I looked, we still showed a similar incompetent up until 15 turns ago, 10 turns ago.
Right. That's why I wasn't surrendering. I was just like, well, if he makes a blunder with his military, then maybe I just wait this out, build a huge land cap, and get ahead in science. I don't even know if it's possible to get ahead in science with as many cities as you have.
I was honestly, I thought I would just go for a point victory. Like at the end, there was a time there when the last northern city, when I settled that last northern city, I really effed up my my settler timing. So I was just kind of naked out there, and you had those 2, whatever the Roman unique units are called, Okay, I always forget. And all I had was axes. I was just like, crap. If you actually push there, you might torch all my axes and stuff. So I was a little bit nervous at that stage. And then at that point, and I kind of just was kind of trying to pretend like I was going to attack you, but really I was just trying to buy time to settle that site. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to try and win on points because the point difference was so ridiculous. That's even why I was pressing for that site that I took, but I effed up the timing. I'm not used to when I'm second. So I got the Ishtar bomb.
Yep, the Ishtar. It missed the one new site, and it was so sad to watch. I was like, is he going to get it this turn? He's not going to get it this turn.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out the stupid turn timing, and then it was just didn't work out. But I honestly figured I was just going to have to win on points because I was like, look, if I attack into you, I'm probably just going to decimate my army. So let me just try and chill and try and rack up the wonder points at that point.
Your science too, because like in the later game, again, because we were showing similar and competent, I was like, okay, I'll keep pushing this, and then my air was insane.
The insane air was awful. Oh my gosh, it was so bad.
I wanted to kill myself. I saw that, I was like, oh my god.
It was like -3 science. It was like -3 wisdom that air had. It was so bad.
It was horrible. And I saw his air was insane too.
Yes.
But, I mean, you were younger, so it would have been a long time. But if you look at the graph, like on turn 80, your science just like blew. It was over. Like, even if I won this like fight with a couple of chariots, I just don't think I would have like caught up in time to amass the science units that you were gonna start pushing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Well played. That was fun. I thought you were gonna shove me down earlier. Like I really thought that you were just gonna start sending units, and that's why I was fortifying. And then you didn't come, and I was like, okay, well this is awkward. This looks stupid.
When you watch the replay, you're gonna see an awful lot, or you're gonna hear an awful lot of me going, "Huh? I wonder why they're not fighting yet." I get it; they're both pretty even, and neither of them can be confident about it. But we are just still watching them not fight.
It was Go ahead.
I was gonna say that I could actually hear that. That's what I was thinking. Pretty much all of this third part, just like what the observer commentary was, because that was it. It was literally just like, and I had so many flipping orders too, right?
Oh, so many orders.
So
I'm just have like 80 at the end. What'd you have?
With like workers, and at some point I think I burned like 16 orders or whatever, upgrading generals to complete an ambition or something stupid.
Yeah, it looks like he's at 73 right now. Yeah,
73.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, who knows, man? We might run into each other again.
Yeah, I hope so. That was fun, and I hope to give you a better game next time. That was
very
rough.
I want to do some practice, some practice duels for your next game, or vice versa. I'm in.
Yeah, I would be happy to. I've already done a few more, so I feel that the thing about doing duels on this, and you add the timer. Because like when I play this game, I usually like to slowly contemplate.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really have that, and it really changes the dynamic of the game. So
yeah, I need to practice also, because I've been observing a lot. But yesterday was my first actual timed duel game, and it can really get to you.
Yeah, you did good though, man. That was, I mean, especially in the face of like a strategy.
Oh my
that
god!
You're not right. It's like that, like, drunken master kung fu style.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, but
awesome.
Well,
that was the zealot. The zealot. You had a zealot going into scientific, and you held like a little choke point.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. That was fun. Hopefully we can get some matches against each other, and hopefully I'll stream one of your guys' games later this tournament.
Awesome. Well, thanks for casting. Have a good night, everybody.
Yes. Thank you, Sean. Good luck, Mongrel, in the future games.